elevations. We are responsible for taking these walls up and down. To do that, you need to take a wall down. You need two tools. You need this, we call it the wall tool, and a lovely rubber mallet we also use to take the wall down. These are found in the conference services office in the top drawer on the student desk. To take a wall down, you take the wall tool, stick it in the hole in the wall here. You hold on to the wall tool to safely do the walls. You hold on to the wall tool, give this part of the wall tool a hit with the hammer until it goes in. Once that's done, you'll be able to turn the wall tool, take it out, and then if you push on this panel of the wall, it will pull close. Sometimes they do this. They take a little maneuvering, but comfortable with close. Next, you can pull on the next panel, and it'll slide out. And then we'll pull close. One last note about the walls. When you're putting them up or down, make sure you never put your hands in between the panels of the walls, just in case a wall should pop out of place. You don't want to get your fingers smashed. Always use your hands flat against the wall to push, and it'll work. These are our chair carts. They hold 20 chairs at a time. To rack a chair, the back legs go in the grooves on the side of the chair cart. It's very, very important to make sure that the first couple chairs get on correctly, otherwise the stack will lean and can possibly fall over. The easiest way to rack chairs is to put the back bar on the seat of the chair, normally. This is a fully stacked chair cart. It's got 20 on it right now. When you're moving a chair cart around the building, it's very important to always push it from the back. If you pull it from the front, it can overbalance and tip over. So we always say to push from back here. This is one of our screens. They have this lovely handle on top to transport around the building. The front of the screens have these clasps on them. That opens up. There are feet on the bottom that need to be pulled out for balance of the screen. We have two screens this size. They both have 2 feet. We have a big screen that has 3 feet. After that, you pull up on the handle, and the screen goes up. Put it down and push from the top, and close the clasps. This is our Polycom phone. It's a completely wireless speakerphone. It works throughout the whole 3rd floor of the building. To turn it on, because there is no power button, you have to plug in the battery on the bottom of the unit. Once that is plugged in, the phone is actually ready to go. It has a battery signal on the screen of the Polycom. If the battery is low, we have a charging cord. When you hear that noise, it means it's ready to go. If the battery is low, there is a charging cord. Plug it into the wall. Other than that, it's completely wireless, like I said. If it's a larger set, we also have extensions that plug into the side of the phone. On each of these, it has 2 sides. It has 2 places for extensions. When you're setting up the Polycom phone, you try and get it as close to the middle of the setup as possible so everyone can hear and whoever's on the other line can hear them.
This is our 2nd floor atrium area. We hang our banners from the holes on the railing around the atrium. We have room for about 6 banners. Banners, we get them from conference services. They're usually sitting on the bench in the room. We hang our banners with string, obviously. It's located in the second drawer of the student desk. The banners that we need are listed on the sheets. You can check through there and see if the banner is supposed to be hanging up. If it is hanging up, make sure that it's in date. If it has a date on it and the date has passed, the banner needs to come down.
This is our table skirting. We have two different kinds. This is our Board of Governors skirting. We use it about twice a year for the Board of Governors meetings in Parley. This is our regular table skirting. We use this all of the time. You can tell they've got a different kind of Velcro. The Board of Governors is much narrower. These have different kinds of clips that you use to keep them on the tables. This box has our regular stage skirting clips. This box has our Board of Governors clips. To fold skirting, you get about 1.5 feet of skirt. Go back and forth, holding the skirt. Until it's all folded. Okay, these are the pieces for our pipe and drape system. These are the bases. The upright poles, which are these, go into them. The upright poles have these little notches at the top, which the cross piece connects into. Once that's assembled, you can put the drape on the cross piece. We're putting the drape on too. Okay. Sounds great. Okay. Our short stage sections, we have 4. We move these with 2 people because they have a mind of their own and don't always go in a straight line. To put a short stage section down, pull on one of the sides, and then do the other. This is our skirting for our short stage sections. It is kept in the tech closet. It has these clips on the back that just snap right into the side of the stage. To get the skirting back off the stage, pull the clips back out.
This is one of the 2 podiums that we have in the Placer Student Union. To move it, simply tilt it back and pull it towards you, as there are wheels located on the back side. When you have it in place, you go ahead and just tilt it back and have it stand upright. This is an XLR cable, also known as a microphone cable. To connect the podium to the house sound system, simply input the male end into the house sound speakers here, and then you put the female end into the jack on the podium itself, and then using the touch panel controls here, make sure to select the zone and unmute the system in order to operate the microphone.
This is a rack of our round tables. We keep these in Ballroom West. Round tables are put on the rack face to face so that the front of the tables doesn't get all messed up. To get around off the rack, pull it up. Once you've got the back, the legs pulled out, go ahead and pull these clips down and then pull it towards you. You ready? To put the table back up, all of our tables have one of these green stickers that say fold this leg first. You slide the clips back, fold the table legs back in, and then slide the table back on.
This is one of the direct input or DI boxes used throughout the Union. Specifically for this particular DI box, this requires a 1/4 inch insert, so we're actually having a 1/4 inch into the input side of the DI box, and on the other end of that cord would be a 1/8 inch to be used with an MP3, iPod, iPad, or computer application. On the other side is the output, and that's an XLR output to be connected to speakers, soundboard, or whatever the case might be. The next item here is gender changers or adapters, and we have both female to female and male to male, which can help to change the gender of your cords in case of different applications. The next one shown here is a 1/4 inch to XLR adapter, and then the last one here looks like a male to male or female to female adapter, but it's actually called an attenuator. When on the side you see 3 different settings as shown right here, and that actually changes the amount of sound that is sent to a specific application. These are preferred to be used when the little dogs are used throughout the facility coming from computer speakers or other speech performances, because there's a tremendous amount of signal that goes to those speakers, and this will actually pare it down a little bit so that the sound is not as loud or tinny. These are the 2 most commonly used cables throughout the facility. The first on the left-hand side is the XLR, and it's typically used for microphone applications or for DI boxes as well. And on the right-hand side is the 1/4 inch to 1/4 inch, which is typically used for instrument and guitar applications. We have 5 different types of corded microphones used within the facility. The first one shown here is a Beta 58. It does not require phantom power, so make sure that it is not selected on the soundboard. And this microphone is best used for any kind of use. It's a general use microphone. Could be used for singing, speech, or vocal applications. The second microphone is a Beta 57. Better used for speech and vocal applications, not for singing. Also does not require phantom power. The third one is a Beta 52 and is used for kick drums only. Does not require phantom power as well. The fourth microphone is a condenser or coral microphone. It actually comes with its own collar and windscreen as shown here, and the collar does need to be used because of the thin shaft of the microphone. This microphone does require phantom power and is best used for large singing groups or choirs. The last microphone is a table mic. It's best used for head, panel, or judge applications when there's a couple people at a head table and we don't want to have multiple Beta 58s or 57s on there just for appearance. It can also be used on the theater floor to pick up floor sound if you have groups that are stomping or tapping or anything like that. It's great at picking that up, and this one does require phantom power as well. The table mic has a special XLR connector as shown here in the case, and this needs to be used specifically with the table mics. This is one of the 3 computer cards to the Placer Student Union. On the cart is the projector, the laptop, an Ethernet cable, a VGA cable, power strip, and extension cord so that all the components can be connected. To connect the laptop to the projector, insert the VGA cord into the back of the laptop in the blue VGA port, and then insert the other end of the VGA cable into one of the two VGA connections on the back of the projector. To turn the projector on, make sure that the extension cord is plugged into the wall and then hit the red power button. The projector will take a minute or two to warm up. Once the projector is warmed up, you'll want to log into the laptop. The username is the same for all the laptops in the union. The username is PSU, and the password is Boomer, which is capitalized #1. Once you've logged into the computer, you will want to hit either the function F8 keys together or Windows P, and that will bring up the secondary display screen for the projector. The secondary monitor menu brings up 4 options. The first one is computer only, and that does not display anything on the projector. The next one is duplicate, and that makes the projector project the exact same image that is on the laptop screen as well. The third one is extend, which is useful for presentations in the ballroom or theater, and creates a imaginary screen, if you will, to the left or to the right of the monitor screen. So the projector will project a blank image with the Windows background on the projector, whereas your desktop will be on the monitor of the laptop. And the last would be projector only, and that will create a blank screen on the laptop and project only on the projector. Most often the duplicate mode is chosen. We will choose it now. And so right now it changes the resolution for the laptop to project something onto the projector. But as you can see, there's nothing that is displayed on the projector. And that's probably because the input is incorrectly chosen on the projector. To change the input on the projector, simply hit the menu button, and that will take you to the screen here. And then you can scroll over to computer 1, hit the select button that's on the projector. And as you can see, that has brought up the display that is shown on the laptop monitor as well. The projector has 2 different adjustments for the lens. The first one is the zoom. This wheel, when you turn it left or right, will make the picture on the wall or screen bigger or smaller. And then the other one is the focus, which will bring it in or out of focus. Each laptop is equipped with both a microphone and a headphone jack. The microphone jack is very infrequently used, but the headphone jack is used nearly every single day, as that's the way that we get the sound out from the laptop to a small speaker such as the Little Dog or to another sound system. To send sound out to a secondary speaker, simply put a stereo jack or a 1/8 inch jack into the headphone port of the laptop, and then connect that to a DI box, and then connect the DI box to the speaker via an XLR cable. Occasionally when you boot the laptop up, it will appear to have a blank screen, but it will be on, as indicated by the green lights that are on the power and that the hard drive is running. When this happens, simply hit the Windows P or the function F8 buttons and scroll all the way to the left, and that will disconnect the projector, and then the screen image will appear back onto the laptop. Another tool commonly used during presentations is the wireless mouse, or also known as the clicker. This is a Kensington brand one that we use very frequently. On the screen here, you see the top button is a green laser. The left button here will take you back on the slideshow presentation. The right will advance you. And then the bottom button here is what we call the blank screen, and we'll put the projector into blank mode so it'll just show a black screen. To use it, simply flip the switch from red to green, and at the bottom of it is a USB dongle. Remove that, and then insert that into one of the USB 2.0 slots, because that's what this particular piece of equipment requires. And as you can see here, I have a couple PowerPoint slides on a fake presentation. When you hit the left button, it advances the presentation, and when I hit the back button, it reverses the presentation. Bottom button blanks that screen out.
This is the setup for our Little Dog speakers. We have 2 of them that are very similar to each other. They are just a tad different in their layout in the back. We use these as setups all throughout the building for sound from a computer or just a simple microphone. They each have their own tripod stand that they sit on, and to set them up, there is a power cord already attached to the back of them, and they have a simple on-off power switch. They generally come with 2 XLR inputs that can be your computer sound or your microphone, and the fader or volume knob is located next to the XLR input. There is also a 1/4 inch input that could be used as a 3rd channel.